Now ADT can help protect your family at home and on the go. Get started with ADT's best offer, an ADT starter kit and security camera installed free. A savings of $449. Plus, you'll get ADT Go, the new family mobile safety app and service for 24/7 emergency response. Go to ADT.com/podcast today to take advantage of ADT's best offer with 36-month monitoring contract, easy pay and QSP. Early termination and activation fees apply. Additional charge for ADT Go premium services after 3/31/18. Certain markets excluded. Licenses available at ADT.com. Offer ends April 1st.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
What happens when a beautiful single woman shows up to a church event full of 20-something dudes?
Oh, gosh.
Well,
Mayhem?
they probably all have to start praying because they're thinking all sorts of bad thoughts. And I wonder if that's what happened to Keith, who's on the phone today to do a second date update. He says he met the girl that he wants to call at a church function. And Keith, when you saw her walk in, what impure thoughts were you thinking? What were they?
Guys, I'm embarrassed, guys. I don't really want to tell you that.
Oh, sounds like someone used the hymn book in a strategic place when he stood up.
No, it wasn't in church that I met her. You know, it was at a church function. It was like a singles barbecue. And yeah, it was like a nice day. And I've been going to this thing for 4 years.
Oh, no.
For 4 years. Wow. And were you standing with your church buddies and you saw her walk in? You're like, dude, that chick, man. Oh, she looks like she could pray for hours. I would pray her so hard.
No. We were standing there, and, you know, I was with my boys, and they saw her first, and they started talking and almost catcalling her. And I was like, guys.
At a church event?
Listen, like, you have no idea. There's a lot of pent-up something going on with these guys at a church event. When a pretty girl walks into one of these barbecues, I mean, you know, you can go a year or more without seeing anything. And then finally, like, a pretty girl walks in, and like everybody gets like, woof, they start,
All right, so these church singles barbecues are a lot like a construction site or prison. It sounds like.
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, embarrassingly, yes.
I haven't seen a pretty woman in ages.
Yeah. So, Keith, were you able to restrain yourself and actually be a gentleman when you talked to her?
Yes, I was. The guys around me swarmed her. Like, can I get you a plate of food? You know, do you want to go for a walk? And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to hold off. I'm going to play it cool, because sometimes, you know, if you play it cool, then maybe they'll get interested in you. Like, why isn't he talking to me?
Well,
Right.
Obviously you're the expert, seeing that you've gone to this singles event for 4 years. Your game is not working very well, Keith, is what I'm trying to say.
You might be right. You might be right.
All right. So how'd you guys actually start talking then?
Well, into the evening, they start to do games. They'll do like these little sort of fair games, you know, and amazingly, out of the luck of, well, maybe it's God's plan, I don't know, she was paired up with me.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Divine power at its best.
That's right. Let's hope. But so she and I ended up playing this egg toss game where you stand close to each other, like 5 feet away, and you throw an egg and catch it. And you keep going a little further and a little further, and eventually you get like 15, we were probably 15 feet away from each other, and she throws the egg, but she threw it too hard. When it hit me in the mouth,
Oh, gross.
I did fall down on the ground.
Whoa.
And I started coughing and trying. It was hard to breathe for a minute. And
This sounds dramatic.
I got to tell you, it's embarrassing. But what was nice about it, I'm going to tell you, she ran right over to me. And she was standing over me, and she was very apologetic and very sweet. And she said to me, what can I do to make this better? And this is where I got brave.
Oh, nice.
I said, what if you go out to dinner with me on Friday night?
Whoa. All right, way to seize the opportunity.
Yeah.
What'd she say? Did she think that was cute?
Well, she laughed, and she said yes.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
So did you guys actually make it to dinner, or were you so injured from the egg thing you never actually went out?
No, I recovered quickly, and we made it out to dinner. We went to Olive Garden.
Ooh, I love Olive Garden.
What was the Olive Garden like for you two lovebirds?
Olive Garden was a different world. And not in a good way. No, he's laughing back there, but it wasn't a good thing. It was like we had been set up at the barbecue, and it was like we had all these games to play, things to say to each other, and then we get to Olive Garden, and it's like it just got so real. Like I didn't know what to say to her.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's usually when I take one of those breadsticks and just put it in my mouth and look at the person across the table from me. Just make eye contact. Awkward eye contact.
No.
No.
I was feeling so nervous, and I only ordered a salad, and I felt like, okay, well, I'm just going to try to eat light. And she ordered like a full meal, like breadsticks, chicken parmesan, and like on the side of shrimp scampi.
I'm going to tell you right now, I think you went wrong ordering only a salad.
Yeah, dude.
No woman wants to go out with a guy who's just eating a salad while she scarfs down.
Well, he
I mean,
was
good
sick.
on her, but what'd you do while she was eating? Just looked at her?
You know what I did? I took my time, eat my salad one bite at a time, and I just kind of tried to wipe my mouth after each bite.
Oh.
Just spread out the salad for an entire 3-hour meal. One salad.
Well, unfortunately, I wish it had lasted 3 hours. It was only about probably 28 minutes total. I think I timed it, which I shouldn't have done.
Probably.
It was 28 minutes. And what she did was she got up at the end and she said, "Thank you very much for dinner." And she shook my hand, and I tried to pull her in for a kiss, but she pulled away and turned away and left.
Whoa.
Wow, did she seem angry about something?
No, she was really polite, but she just went ahead and walked out and left. Not mean, but just not nice either,
I mean, it
All
doesn't
right.
sound like you guys had the best chemistry.
Man, I tell you, it was not the chemistry that we had when I had an egg in my throat. But
Oh, maybe that's the problem. Maybe we can score you a second date, and then on that date, you just keep an egg in your mouth the whole time. Okay? We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
thank you, yeah.
Yeah, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Not to put too much pressure into the second part of today's second date update, but this is the moment where we find out if God really exists.
No pressure at all, Jubal.
No pressure at all.
Keep it
If you missed
simple.
the first part of today's second date update, Keith is on the phone and he wants to call a girl named Amy who he met at a church function, and then they ended up going out to Olive Garden. The date ended with her kind of getting up and saying, "Okay, well, thank you very much for the time," shaking his hand and then walking off. He said that she wasn't exactly mad, but she also didn't seem very happy. So we're going to try to get her on the phone and find out what went wrong. Keith,
Yeah.
are you ready to see if God, in fact, does exist and you guys will go out on a second date?
I'm ready to call her, yeah.
I will say, Keith, your date only lasted 28 minutes, and I don't think that that's fair of her. I think she should have given you more of a chance. Obviously, you were nervous. Doesn't sound like you drink alcohol, which is always my go-to to make myself more relaxed. So I'm hoping that you get another chance at this.
Thank you for saying that. I don't know why it ended so early. Hopefully she'll tell us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll dial her phone number right now and see if we can get her on the phone, okay?
Thank you, and God bless.
All right, here we go.
First.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Amy, please?
this is Amy.
Amy, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who is it?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning?
I don't know who that is.
Well, Jubal would be me, and Brooke and Jubal in the morning is a radio show, and Brooke would be the Brooke part of that whole thing,
Hey, Amy.
and Jose would be that dude you hear right there. So
Hi.
What is going on here?
it's a radio show, and one of our listeners emailed us to see if we could get a hold of you.
Who?
Well, his name is Keith.
Keith.
Yeah, Keith.
Keith from the church thing?
Yes, Keith from the church thing, the guy that you met at like a singles barbecue, and then you went with him to the OG.
The OG.
The OG.
The Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not hip enough with the OG slang.
Yeah. I'm just confused as to why you guys are calling.
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So Keith is wondering why you kind of left your date early and then haven't been responding to his text messages or calls.
Is this for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100% for real.
It's very
Keith really
real.
liked you. He said he had a good time. He said a lot of nice things about you, but he's confused why you don't want to see him again.
I'm confused as to why he would even call me back. But
What?
Really?
yeah.
He said, like, that you were awesome and gorgeous and you guys had fun at the barbecue.
Well, I felt really bad because we played some, like, games. One of them was an egg toss, and I threw it kind of hard. Maybe I wanted to get out of there. I don't know, but it kind of went in his mouth, and it got stuck there. And then
Yeah, he told us about the whole egg fiasco. But then he says after that he asked you out. You said yes, and he thought you were having a good time at the Olive Garden until you took off.
Well, we were having a decent time. I mean, he was a nice enough guy. He was. It's just that, I ordered a bunch of stuff, and he told me order whatever I want, but he only ordered a salad. And so I said, well, how come you're not eating more? And he said that he couldn't really afford it, but he'll pay it back, and he was borrowing against the collection plate.
Wait, what?
Borrowing church money?
Wait, you can't borrow money from the... So wait, he
So
steals...
he grabs it out of the collection plate.
Listen, I don't know how he does it. All I know is he said he pays it back. So I just was out of there. I had to go.
Yeah, you're like
crazy.
guilty by association if you're eating a big meal at the Olive Garden on the church's tab.
Yeah.
Right.
Not even on
That's
the church's tab, like on people who's donating their money to the church's tab.
I felt so guilty. I just had to get up and shake his hand and go, like I thank you, but no thank you,
Oh,
Yeah, I had no idea
man.
that you could use that as a loan, too. I got to start going to church
You
again.
can't, Jubal.
No. I mean, what's crazy to me is that he told you this without thinking anything was wrong about it, is what it sounds like.
That's the whole thing is he didn't think there was anything wrong with it. And that his whole thing was that he was going to pay it back. So that makes it okay. Like,
I don't think so.
Wow. All right, so...
Excuse me, guys. Can I just say, hey, it's me. It's Keith. Can I say something?
Yeah, you can, Keith. You were supposed to wait, but I'll just tell Amy right now. Amy, Keith is on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
what is going on?
Keith really wants to talk to you, so he was waiting until his moment, and I guess he found his moment.
There it is.
Amy, listen, you're getting it all wrong. Look, I just borrow money from the collection plate, and then I pay it back on Sundays. That's it.
That's not okay, though. Like, I don't understand that.
No, Amy, it is okay. Like, I do it all the time. I do it, like, literally every weekend, and there's never a problem.
Oh, my God.
Guys, I don't know why everyone is freaking out about this. I pay it back. It's not like I'm stealing from God. I pay the money back.
Lord.
Keith!
Lord.
No.
Yes, how do you even do it? Are you just, when it comes to you, you're just taking the money and...
No, I mean, I work behind the scenes, and I take the collection plates back, and I, look, every time I replace the money, every Sunday that I took from the week before, I replace the money.
Okay, so I guess it's not really stealing if you're
No.
giving them the same
No,
amount back, or is it
it's-
still stealing? I don't understand.
They're out money for a whole
Okay,
week.
look, you're making me sound like a bad person here, and I'm not a bad person. I mean, I go to church.
Okay.
I don't think that's
You're
the
right.
qualifier.
Amy, Father doesn't know, but I think he has an idea, and he's okay with it.
Oh, you think he has an idea?
Maybe?
He didn't tell you it's okay. It's stealing. It's not borrowing.
Amy, you are judging me right now, and I'm praying hard for you, but you are judging me.
Don't pray for me. Pray for yourself. You're a criminal.
On that note, I'm praying for both of you to go out again on another date.
no.
Amy, would you like to go out with Keith one more time? I guess the Lord will pay for it. But if not, then we'll pay for it.
Well, they have to, because otherwise he's going to have to go on the collection plate and take it again.
I can just pay it back.
No, Keith, you have to stop this practice, like, right now, okay? It is not okay. There's nothing about it that it's okay.
Amy, do you want to go out again?
Not really, Keith. This whole thing has just left a bad taste in my mouth. No, I'm good.
Well, that's disappointing, and if I do see you at church days or another church function, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'll come up and talk to you. I don't know. Maybe I won't.
Whoa. You're,
Wow, Keith.
you're a wild card,
Take
Keith.
that.
That is some strong action. You are an outlaw.
No, I'm not. I'm not an outlaw. I'm a man of God, and I'm also human, and I deal with emotions like everybody else.
All right, well, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date, Keith.
Aw.
Thanks for trying, Jubal.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Amy, thank you very much for being honest with us. I appreciate that.
Well, yeah, I'm just glad it came out because it's wrong. The whole thing's wrong.
It is wrong. Keith, it is wrong to do that. Also, can I go to church with you?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 that says, I didn't know you could do that at church. I might start going now.
No.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning, talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude Keith met this girl named Amy at church, and then they went out on a date, and she wasn't calling back. When we got her on the phone to find out why, during the date, he told her how he was paying for everything because on Sundays, he'll take money from the collection plate, and then he'll always replace it with the same amount the next Sunday. So he doesn't consider it stealing, but it still rubbed her the wrong way that he's taking money from the church, basically.
Yeah, and the church doesn't even know about it. It's like borrowing your buddy's car without telling them and then not returning it for a week.
Yeah.
That's still Grand Theft Auto, basically.
And I like how he's like, well, I pay it back every week, but dude, you never add to it. They're always minus, and then you make them even, and then you take it again. You're never really contributing. You're taking.
No, they're always down the same amount, whatever he's taking.
And he's using the money to date, which is also just feels wrong. Right? If he was using the money to go buy some needy children's school supplies, maybe.
Nope, he's using it to take girls out to the Olive Garden.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's not getting another date because she didn't want to go out with him again after she heard that he steals from the church. I don't know why. It's weird.
Judgy, you think? You think she's being a little judgy?
Yeah, I do. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Second date update.
We've got a guy on the phone for a second date update today. His name is Nathan. And, a lot of people will come onto the show and they say, I have no idea why they wouldn't call me back. I'm the ultimate gentleman. Just ask my mom, who I live with and share a crossbow collection with. I'm normal.
That sounds about accurate.
Yeah, but Nathan's not like that. He knows that he had a few mishaps on his first date, and he's looking to get some help. Nathan, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Can I just first say thank you? It's always nice to have someone on the phone that is somewhat self-aware.
Yeah, we're not asking for total awareness, just a little bit.
Yeah, just
tiny bit of awareness.
Yeah, we all have our faults.
Well,
that's true.
Well, don't overgeneralize. Some of us are perfect, but don't lump us in with you.
You're not perfect, Jeff.
Let's talk, though, about the girl that you went out with. What's her name?
Chloe.
Say it
Wow.
like that, bro.
That was a lot. I feel like you need to explain more how you feel about Chloe.
Listen, we met on a dating website. We talked back and forth for a week or so.
Okay.
She was really great, super pretty, and just kind of shallow, but she's a brunette, and everyone that I've dated in the past, I've been stuck in this blonde rut, I guess.
Wow. Okay. You don't need to call it a rut, all right?
Yeah.
Nathan, as a blonde woman myself.
I'm sorry.
No, we all have low points in our dating life.
I
so
mean, and honestly,
we all went through the blonde phase, and then
you
we
guys,
finally come out of
stop
it.
with the blonde phase.
That's always in the past,
Yeah.
right?
All right, so
my
you
God.
finally met a good brunette girl.
That's right. And I was just trying to switch it up.
Yeah.
She was really great. She's super sweet.
I'm sorry. Continue, Nathan.
Yeah, what did you guys do on your date?
So it was her idea. She volunteers in an animal shelter.
Aww.
And I thought, that's super great. I'm great with animals. This will be a really great thing. And then she said we could grab something, a bite to eat afterwards. And so we went all in. I had to, wearing the vest.
Dude, this is, okay, you guys are laughing, but this is so cute. This may be the most wholesome first date we have ever heard on this show.
And it's great because women are always in a great mood whenever they're around animals. You can't be sad while you're petting a puppy.
Yeah.
Right? But here's the thing, I really wanted to impress her, so I'm feeding and I'm playing with the animals and I'm cleaning up their poop and, The thing is every single animal I came up to, they were like scared of me.
Oh, no, bro.
They did not like me. Like the dogs would just bark at me or go into the corner. The cats, they would hiss at me.
Oh, my God.
It wasn't just one animal, though. It was every single one that I went up to. I mean, even the hamster was scared of me.
Wait, did Chloe notice this?
She had to have noticed it, but she didn't say anything to me about it.
Man.
So
It's not a good sign because animals are supposed to be really good at picking up on humans and whether or not they're a good person or not.
Yeah.
So
You should have put bacon in your pocket. That's what you should have done.
And I am, like, traditionally, I'm really good with animals, so I
Yeah,
wanted to
sure.
impress her, but I feel like I botched it.
Okay, I will say to your credit, because I have kind of a shy, skittish rescue dog, and she can sense when people are overcompensating. Like they're over trying, and she is not into that. I'm serious. I'm
Really,
serious. She can tell you're trying to be too friendly to her. You're up in her face. She doesn't like that, man.
You know
a
this
dog,
Yeah,
a
just
dog
watch
can tell
your
when
dog.
you're overcompensating.
I'm telling you, my dog doesn't like people who
I just want to
overcompensate.
hear Brooke be like, sorry, but my dog thinks you're trying too hard.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, too, I guess, is, like, as I went on, I was just more and more desperate, and so I could maybe it could spell into desperation. I don't
See?
know.
Brooke's right, maybe.
I'm telling you. Were you able to recover over drinks?
Yeah, I mean, we went to dinner afterwards, and, she didn't bring it up. I didn't bring it up.
Smart.
Here's the thing where I screwed up, though.
Oh, no.
I kept saying, I had this, like, nervous tick of, like, I can't believe we're meeting and you're cool. You're like, you're this cool. And I'm thinking back to it. I've said it a bunch of times, and I've never said that before to anyone. And so it was heartfelt, but I think it was nervous. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it was a nervous tick.
Well, and it's like you say it one time and you're like, oh, that's so nice. You say it 10 times. You're like, what? Did you thought I was like some troll on an internet site? And
I guess.
why'd you even agree to go out with me if you had such low expectations to begin with?
Well, I can understand when you're meeting people online, like you don't know what you're getting into. You don't know what type of person they're going to be. You just didn't say it the right way.
That's exactly how I felt.
Okay, good. At least that was like your only mistake of the day.
Well, there's one more.
Oh,
Oh, well.
okay. What happened then?
So when we were done, just, as a nice thing to do, I offered to give her a ride home.
Okay.
And she declined. She drove on her own. And so, like, I was just concerned for her safety. So I followed her home.
What?
Whoa.
Now
That
I'm
is-
concerned for her safety.
Yeah, why?
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Like, I just felt like I needed to do something at least really nice for her.
Hold on.
So you stalked her back to her house.
Yeah.
Wait, did you follow her home and leave, or did you do anything when you followed her home?
Lurk outside of her door.
I wasn't trying to be creepy or anything like that. But when she got inside, the light flicked on, and I think she looked out the window, and I panicked and I sped off.
Oh, so if she
Oh
saw
my
you-
God! You meet a random dude on the internet and he follows you to your house and then you make weird eye contact with him out your window?
And then you peel away like an innocent person does.
Well, guys, like I said, I don't know if she saw me before I panicked, and I don't know if she even noticed with the animal thing. So I just don't know why she's not calling me back, and that's why I need your help.
All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, call Chloe, and try and get your second date update. We'll figure out if it's reason A, B, C, D, E, or mystery reason F, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right,
man.
hold on. When you go out on a first date, there's a lot of guys that'll try to impress a woman by handing them a big bouquet of red roses.
Oh, wow. Yeah, a little cliche, but okay.
It's still romantic.
Nathan basically gave his date a big bouquet of red flags on their first date.
It's so true.
Oh, they're so in
my
season
God.
and fresh.
Oh, romantic.
Yeah.
Well, they went to an animal shelter where all the animals were barking and hissing at him the whole time. And then after that, he secretly followed her car home. And then when she turned on the lights in her house, he sped away.
Yeah.
Presumably knocking over some garbage cans and a couple fruit stands as he peeled out. It's just how it works. But now Nathan knows it wasn't his best showing, and he's hoping we can get him another shot.
Oh, after that recap, it's going to be tough.
Hey, but you know what, Nathan? I got good news for you.
Yeah?
I know women They're my people. And we are so good at overlooking red flags and just ignoring them. We are so good at it.
Brooke's right.
Well, I'm a nice guy. I'm not, I didn't mean her any harm. I just was nervous. So, it's not like they're, actual red flags. I'm a good guy.
Yeah, I think they're pretty red flaggy.
Yeah, well, that sounds like something a blonde would say.
Okay, listen.
Fair point, Nathan.
Majority of blondes are actually brunette, okay?
Oh, that's the secret.
Just saying, it's hard to be natural.
All right, we could talk about this all day, but instead, we're going to dial Chloe's phone number for you and try and get you your second date update, all right?
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Chloe, please?
Hi, speaking.
Hi, Chloe. How you doing? This is young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
I'm sorry. What is this about?
Well, this is about your dating life.
What?
Yeah.
Because we do a segment on our show called a second date update. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards they're not calling you back, you can reach out to us and we'll contact them for you to try and figure out the reason why.
Someone called you about me?
Yes. Specifically a guy named Nathan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's really positive.
That kind of scared me.
I know. That was not the reaction that I was expecting at all.
Yeah.
Is this going to be quick Chloe, oh, yeah, Nathan, just haven't got around to calling him back?
Yeah, literally that.
Oh,
Really?
Everything's fine.
That's interesting.
It's just a confusion.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what's going on right now.
Well, he's trying to figure out what happened, what you're feeling about their date. Maybe we could just go over the date with you and ask you about a few things.
Okay.
Because he said that you came up with the idea to go to an animal shelter together because you like to volunteer there.
Yeah, I do. Animals are really important to me.
Okay,
Oh,
so
bless you.
how did that go?
I mean, it was fine. He seemed like he was trying really hard. I'd leave the room and come back and he'd be trying to hug some of the animals, and dogs don't like being hugged. He seemed like he was trying really hard, though.
They like being kissed.
That's what I told him when he was telling us about how the dogs are kind of standoffish with him. I'm like, dude, you're overcompensating. I know it.
I'm picturing him cornering a dog, be like, come hug me.
Yeah, get over here.
He wasn't yelling at the animal.
Oh, okay.
He was trying to connect, and I think he missed a little, but it was sweet.
Yeah, you definitely want a guy who's trying too hard than a guy that's not trying at all.
Right? You can always be oh, well, dogs don't like that.
Yeah, that's good.
And afterwards, he said that you guys went to dinner together. How did that go?
It was fine. I mean, he was repeating some things he kept saying, but again, he was nervous. It seemed fine.
So you do like him. Had you, at the end of your date, planned on going out with him again?
Yeah, actually, I was on vacation for a week. So I was going to call him today or tomorrow now that I'm back.
Okay.
So he's just, again, trying too hard.
I mean, it's endearing.
He likes you.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. Well, this is simple.
All right.
Easy.
And I guess one last question,
Okay,
Chloe.
we don't need to do this.
How was your drive home that night?
Oh, my gosh.
It was normal, I guess, but that wasn't part of our date. I drove myself home.
Yeah, I know. But so how did it go?
Fine.
Weird question.
Are you really?
I care about, and I know Nathan cares a lot about safety and wants to make sure that you were obeying all the traffic laws. We have a lot of people out there that don't. I think that's a good thing to know.
I don't think I was speeding, if that's what you're implying. That seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Nathan just mentioned a few things that he was nervous about with the drive, so maybe I should let you talk to him about it.
What?
Because I didn't tell you this, but he's actually been on the other line listening, and he heard everything that you said.
Oh, what do you mean? He's on the phone right now?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say something if you're on? Hello?
Nathan, answer her.
Hey.
Hey,
Hi.
so this is weird.
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry. I had them call you. I guess I was just really nervous, but that makes total sense. You were on vacation and you weren't answering, so I guess I just got in my head about it. It's so great to hear that you had a good time.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna call you, and
I should have told you I was going on vacation, but everything just happened so fast with our date coming together.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. And I heard what you said about the dogs, and I mean, I totally get it. I should not hug dogs. I shouldn't do that anymore. I'm not going to do that.
I mean,
I think if
we can talk about. Animals are different, you know?
Yeah. And if we did it again, I'm sure it would be like I would be much better at it. And,
oh my God.
Like,
Nathan, you are being so like cute and also kind of desperate right now.
I can see why you're repeating stuff. You sound nervous.
Yeah, you're a nice guy, but this is brutal.
Are you embarrassed about calling us to call her?
yeah, I guess I just overthought it, and this was really simple.
I think maybe the reason that Nathan is so nervous right now is because he feels a little bit guilty about what happened.
I mean, we don't have to. I mean, we're going to go out.
Totally, absolutely. But don't you think maybe you'd feel a little bit better if you were 100% truthful about how the night went?
Oh, you're going to do this to him?
I don't go back now.
I think it might be a good thing. It is a healthy thing for their relationship going forward.
I don't know, man.
She seems understanding.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, this is so cringy.
I feel like there's a part of your night that you didn't even know was going on, and Nathan should probably come clean about.
I will say, if I was on an internet date, I'd probably want to know that he did this too.
You guys are freaking me out. What's going on? What are you talking about?
All right.
Sorry, man.
It's okay, man. We're here for you.
Obviously not.
Here we are.
Before I say anything, Chloe, I just wanted to say that at the end of the date, I had this really deep gut feeling. I just felt like you were like
just
something.
Tell me whatever it is. This is weird.
Okay, so when you left, I had a feeling that something bad was going to happen. So just to make sure that you were safe, I was concerned about your safety. I followed you back. And
you followed me to my house?
Oh, yes, I did. But when we got there, I made sure that you got in, and I just left. I left right then, and I'm not a perv. I'm not I didn't do anything creepy or pervy, and just
Why wouldn't you just ask me if I felt safe going home? Why would you follow me and not tell me?
Great question.
That is a good question.
I don't know. I guess I should have. I was just nervous, and I didn't know how to express that to you. I didn't feel like I could communicate that.
Aww.
Okay.
Chloe?
Yeah?
How you feeling?
I mean, a little weird. It's a little weird, right?
Yeah.
But can you understand where he's coming from a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
He's trying to be chivalrous.
He was trying. I mean, I think he missed.
Yeah.
But, I get where he's coming from.
That is really good. I mean, I think the overall theme of Nathan right now is just trying too hard.
Yeah, overthinking.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, with that all in mind, we would love to offer to send you guys out on another date. And we'll pay for it. What do you say, Chloe?
I mean, I don't know. I'd want to, talk to him if he's worried about my safety and has any more ideas.
Yeah.
Maybe he could, I don't know, drive in front of my car like a police escort instead of following me.
Hey!
There's an idea, Nathan.
We could talk about it.
There you go.
How does that sound to you, Nathan? Sound good?
That sounds great. I promise we'll talk about everything, and I'll be cool this time. I'm gonna relax.
Don't overpromise.
Yeah, don't make promises you can't keep, Nathan.
I can try.
This is awesome. Congratulations, you guys.
I mean, I was gonna call him back before all this all happened today. Anyway.
No. Don't take this away from us, Chloe. We did it. We're the heroes. You're welcome. We got an email from one of our listeners named Mary. She told us a little bit about her date and says she feels awful about it and thinks it's her fault that she's not getting a call back.
Wow. Is this the first person with some self-realization on the phone with us?
True.
What's going on?
I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm guessing she accidentally ran him over and feels bad.
Oh,
That's what you went to.
Yeah. Mary, why did you do it?
Okay, I think there's a lot of other things that could have happened there.
Are you using this time as your one call from the police station?
Okay.
Attempted murder.
No, it's really not like that.
Yeah, that's what all guilty people say, huh?
What's the real story, Mary? What happened?
He is such a good guy. I'm feeling awful about it because I've been on so many dates before where it's like it was their fault why we didn't have any more dates, but this one is all me.
Oh, no, it's that obvious. Okay, wait. Back up. Where did you meet this guy?
We met on Tinder. His name's Adam.
Okay.
And I have to say that when you're doing the swipes and things like that, I know your human nature reaction is to definitely swipe right onto all the hot guys.
Yes, I think that's what Tinder is for.
But Adam's not like super good looking.
Oh.
But that's okay.
Is that what you told him? And that's why you know that he's not calling you back? Because that's pretty rough, Mary.
No. I've swiped right on tons of hot guys before, and they're just really self-obsessed. They're jerks. I was done with it. So I'm like, I'm going to swipe on a not so good-looking guy.
Oh.
Wow, that actually makes sense. I
Yeah.
feel the same about hot girls.
Yeah.
I'm always like, she's not going to want anything to do with me.
Yeah.
That's a good strategy.
But the uggos, like, there's no risk there.
Absolutely. They're always down.
You guys, she's not saying he's ugly. He's just not the best. Like, maybe he has stronger attributes other than his looks.
It's kind of like Ed Sheeran.
Oh.
He's not awful, but
Yeah.
not
But he's
great.
rich. Got it.
Okay.
Well, but there are a lot of men out there that once you actually get to know their personality, they're 80 times more attractive.
True. That's
So
everybody.
what was it like? What'd you guys do?
We did a dancing lesson.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
hot guy would never be down
Yeah.
for something like that.
Exactly.
Kind of fun.
Exactly.
So what kind of dancing lesson did you guys do?
We did a little swing dancing, like a little, who is that, Brian Setzer or something, or like, you know, swing dancing.
Yeah, welcome back to 1986.
Sorry, we're not up to date on our famous swing dancers here. So, but how did the swing dance class go? Was it fun?
It was a lot of fun. Like, they teach you some basic moves because neither of us had done it before. And then you get to switch a bunch of partners.
Oh, Mary.
That was the fun part of it.
Okay.
You got to take a break from boring old looking Adam and got to look at some really hot guys.
It's like swiping right in real life.
Yes. And, it was great because everybody's got, like, different levels. And I even danced with this cute 80-year-old guy.
Oh.
It was adorable, guys.
Okay, so that's great, but what about poor Adam?
Yeah. Remember, you're dating Adam here.
When did you screw it all up? That's what I want to know.
Okay, I'll get to that. But here's the one thing, and this is why I really liked him, is because after I danced with that 80-year-old guy, I was kind of like jabbing at him a little bit. Okay. And so he came back at me, which I loved. He was like, I'm going to take that old guy's knees out with, his walker.
Oh, yeah. Violence against the elderly. Yeah. That's hilarious.
I think it's cute, too.
So it was going so well. We were like, let's do drinks. We just, sweated a little bit. So we went and grabbed some drinks. And then I ended up at his place.
Okay, so all of this is great so far.
So wait, you ended up at the elderly man's place, or you ended up at Adam's place?
Follow along.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure we're getting it straight.
Adam's place. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And was that your idea or his idea?
I think we both had a couple drinks, so I would say it was both of our ideas. Like, it just felt right,
And what happened when you walked in his door? Did your clothes come off? And
Brooke.
I'm just saying.
That's what Brooke's first go-to move is.
After some hot swing dancing.
That's a little invasive, but we had a good time. Let's just say that.
Nice. So they did.
So, yes, see, I'm right.
Okay, all right.
So I'm still not hearing what's the bad part of this date then.
The bad part was the next morning when I was leaving.
Oh, you stayed the night.
I did.
Okay, walk us through it.
So when I was getting up in the morning, I was trying to be like really, really quiet. And I noticed that, and I forgot about this part, but I put a bunch of self-tanner on the night before. And so I noticed that there was a bunch of orangey streaks all over his sheets.
Oh, no.
That could be perceived as something else.
Ew.
Gross.
I'm just saying, that's the first thing I would think. Like, what the heck?
Of course, first thing that Jose thinks is someone messed his bed.
Anytime I've had streaks in my bed, it's not been self-tanner.
Okay, let's move forward quickly.
So you left streaks of self-tanner in his bed.
Oh.
Yes. And then I was like, shoot, I got to do something about this.
Yeah.
So then I went to the bathroom, put some hot water on a washcloth, then came back to the bed, like, was trying to, like, wipe it. Well, then all of a sudden he starts waking up. I was like, shoot, I knew that was going to happen. And then I was like, okay, well, I just had a little And then, all right, I got to go.
Wait,
Awkward.
did you just make it sound like you wet the bed? Like, because the bed's wet at this point. I had a little,
I just kind of like, I didn't really explain it. I was just like, oh, there's a little something. And I didn't really explain it, though. I just said, oh, I got a little something on your bed.
Now I don't look so dumb.
Yeah, you should have explained it.
what? And then you just left? Did he even have a chance to say anything?
No, because he was like still waking up and everything. So then I was like, okay, I'll just text you later.
Oh,
So
no.
then I texted him, but he still hasn't responded.
Yeah.
Oh, that's totally it.
The after morning glow is not there when you're waking up in a wet brown bed.
She sweat her glow off.
So how long has it been since you last spoke to him?
It's been like 2 days.
Okay. And so are you using this to get him on the phone so you can explain what happened?
No. I'm just looking for you guys to help me because I just want him to give me a second chance because, look, when we danced, we clicked. Our conversations, we clicked. Like, everything else clicked.
But you haven't texted him about the self-tanner, though.
No.
You're just going to pretend like it never happened and just move on.
Well, she's playing it cool for now, guys. That may not be the problem.
I think we've passed that point.
Okay.
Like, that's the problem.
We may need to address it at a certain point,
Yeah.
but we're going to call Adam for you, Mary, and we'll play a song and come back and get your second date right after this, okay?
Great.
Well, you're just tuning in for today's second date. We're on the phone with Mary. She went out with a guy named Average Adam. She told us he's not very good looking, but she kind of likes that about him. And they went dancing together before she took a page out of Brooke's dating playbook and slept with him night one.
I mean, I want to argue, but...
It's classic, bro.
Hey, you know what? I know what I like, okay?
Now Mary's worried that he's not calling her back because in the morning, she realized that some of her self-tanner rubbed off and left a stain on his sheets. She tried to clean it, but he started waking up, so she just decided to leave, no explanation. Now, Mary, we're going to call Adam, and how do you want us to approach this?
So I've been thinking about it, and I say don't bring up the self-tanner right away because maybe there's something else. Like, I've listened to you guys a bajillion times, and it could be something totally different. Maybe he just didn't think I was that cute, or...
I like that, Mary. You won't be offended if the guy that you don't think is attractive doesn't find you attractive either. That's good. That's good.
Some people just are into different things, so maybe he's just not into that. But, like, I think I'm pretty cute.
That's a smart
So
move.
don't bring up the wet brown bed until later.
Right.
If it comes to that. All right,
Okay.
Mary.
Okay.
Let's call Adam right now and get some answers for you. Ready?
Yes, thank you.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Adam, please?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, it's your morning wake-up call, Adam. Good morning.
I'm on the do not spam list.
Oh,
No,
no.
no.
This isn't a spam call, Adam.
Are you 100% satisfied with your current
Oh my
healthcare
God.
provider?
No,
Jeffrey, shut up. It's not a spam call, Adam.
What's going on?
This is young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
What? Radio?
Yes. It's a old-fashioned device, and you listen to music on it. Sometimes people talk out of it.
You mean like a podcast?
Close.
Yeah,
It is.
the
Yes.
predecessor to podcasts. But yeah, let's just call it a podcast, okay?
What do you want?
Well, actually, we're calling on behalf of one of our listeners who's been trying to get a hold of you. Her name is Mary.
Oh.
Oh, you like Mary.
I don't think that was the O that I got.
I heard, oh, yeah.
No, I heard no.
Well, so yeah, you went on a date recently with Mary, Adam, and she says that she had a really great time with you, and now you're not talking to her anymore, and she wants to know the reason why.
She told you about our date, huh?
She
Yeah.
gave us a little rundown of it.
It sounded really fun. I mean, she said you guys went dancing, and I thought that was really cool of you to be up for, dancing on a first date. You met on Tinder. One thing led to the next. Sounds like everything went great.
It was until it wasn't.
And at what point wasn't it?
I mean, she really doesn't know. I find that hard to believe.
Maybe.
Is there something about Mary?
Oh my God, Jeffrey. You couldn't help it. Did you do that on purpose?
I'm sorry.
You
Is there
did.
something about Mary that bothered you?
You've always wanted to say that.
I don't know what you guys are laughing about. I don't get it.
It's
an
fine.
Yeah, don't worry.
It's not you.
The whole point is Mary wants to know the reason why you're not calling her back. She says that she had a really, really good time with you, and the fact that you're not calling her, it's kind of upsetting, and she just wants some answers as to why.
I mean, I think she knows why I'm not calling her back. I don't want to embarrass her, okay?
I don't think she'll be embarrassed. She knows, she listens to these, that there could be some like really terrible information she finds out about herself. Like she's very aware of the consequences here.
I don't know why she's trying to get a hold of me. Like, if I were her, I would have never told anyone what happened.
What? What was it?
Yeah, what happened?
She told you all about the date?
Yeah.
And she told you about the next morning.
Yeah, maybe you can tell us what your side of the story is.
I mean, it's not sides, it's facts. She went in my bed, like
what?
number 1 and number 2.
Oh, Adam. That's, no.
Are you sure?
Is that really what you think happened?
I'm positive. I can't believe she would tell a radio station what she did.
Adam, this is Mary.
Hey, Mary, yes, that's a little bit early, but Adam, Mary's been on the line listening. We forgot to tell you that, and she heard everything you said.
I don't understand. She's on...
Mary's on the other line, Adam, and she's listening. She knows what you just said about her doing a duty in your bed.
Number 1 and 2.
Bed. It wasn't that. There's a good explanation.
Adam, I really do have a really good explanation. Like,
I can't believe you're on the whole. If I were you, why would you highlight that you did this? Like, well, what's wrong with you?
Oh my God, just wait.
I was wearing self-tanner, and I had a lot on from the night before, and so then it got all over your bed. So I was trying to quietly wipe it off. That's what it was.
See?
Listen, I was in the bed. It wasn't just that. Like, there's a specific smell, and it wasn't tanner smell. It was number 2 smell.
Oh my God, Adam, you don't believe her?
No, I saw the evidence and the smell. I know what number 2 smells like.
Come on.
Wait a minute. So who's lying here?
Mary.
Okay. There might have been like a little bit.
Wait, what? Wait, what did you just say?
Only because I had drank a lot the night before, and you know what happens? Like, whenever you drink a lot.
What?
Hold on. You told us it was just self-tanner.
No.
Well, it was mainly self-tanner.
Oh my God. I feel so dirty. Why are you doing this, Mary?
Mary.
Adam is right. Why aren't you ashamed? Like, what is your problem? Why are you calling us? If that's what are you doing? Run. Never call this guy again.
It was just like a little bit, like a tiny little streak. Like, you know when, like, you have to fart?
Oh, my God.
No.
I know.
I'm so disgusted. It was gross a couple days ago. I tried to block it out of my head. You guys are making me relive it, and I'm just as disgusted now. And it wasn't a little fart. It was a Jackson Pollock of fart.
Oh my God, stop it. Stop with the visuals, people. Just burn the sheets. Take the mattress to the dump.
I burnt my sheets, and she left. She left me sitting in it. Like, she didn't even offer to help.
Oh my God, it's all so disgusting.
Mary, how can you leave a guy stranded like that? You didn't even apologize for it.
What was I going to do? Like, pick up my underwear? Oh, and can I have your sheets while I'm at it? Like, no. Or am I going to stay? Let me do your laundry. I know we just met. No. Honestly, it was like the tiniest little thing. Plus, our conversation was great. The dancing was great.
You got it on my arm. You got it on my arm.
Oh, no.
I think you're exaggerating a little bit. I mean, it was like just like the tiniest bit.
Oh, no.
Even a little bit is too much, I think, Mary.
You guys need to listen to me. Like, we connected. Adam, did we not connect? Like, think about when we were dancing. Think about when we were having drinks. Like, it was the best first date I've ever had, minus that little short thing the next morning. But regardless of everything else, 5-star date. It was amazing.
You can justify however you want, but the fact is you took a crap in my bed.
Yeah.
I didn't take a crap. I was like a shirtless.
Enough of the descriptors. Please just ask them, Jeffrey.
All
I
right,
can't do this anymore.
Okay, Adam, in some cultures, I think going number 2 is a sign of affection to a person. So
I didn't know that.
I'm just assuming maybe that's Mary's culture, and in that sense, she really liked you. So maybe you would consider going out on another date with her, and if you would, we would pay for it.
What? Yeah. Another date? Are you imagine us, we're hanging out, we're sharing an appetizer at some Applebee's. What do you think I'm going to be thinking about? her going in my bed. How do you think this is salvageable?
Yeah.
Dude, I hear you, Adam. I wasn't even there, and I can't get the image out of my head.
She
man.
can empty herself before the date to make sure there's no accidents. Mary.
Adam, you are very emotional right now. And when you calm down, call me. We'll work it out. We'll do like dancing lesson number 2. It will be so good.
Yeah, dancing lesson number 2, her specialty.
Oh, number 2.
Stop.
That's gross.
Looking for the perfect birthday or anniversary gift or a special date night? Well, then you need Zodart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company. Visit Zodart.com to book an exotic special car for that very special day.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is kind of the anti-second date update.
What does that mean?
The girl on the phone doesn't want a date with the guy that she wants us to call.
Oh.
But she does want some clarification. Her name is Steph. Steph, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. So this is a different kind of second date update, huh?
Yeah.
I like how you're laughing.
Thanks. It's just a crazy situation. That's really why I'm calling you guys, is because there's nothing in the handbook about how to take care of this.
What situation are you talking about?
Well, I'm a teacher. And, I have some lovely students and everything, and but I'm single. So on the weekends I go out.
Yeah, single teacher. I like hearing from those.
Yeah.
Can I get a little PTA conference?
All right.
Okay, well, no, you may not.
All right.
No.
So you're a teacher and you have great students.
Yeah, but, I am single, so I go out on the weekends, and I was at this bar with my friends, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, do I know you?" And I'm like, that's a pickup line or something, because I didn't recognize the guy.
Right.
And he goes, "You're my son's teacher."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So ends up, he actually is, his son Noah is in my class. So I'm hanging with my friends, and then, he just sort of interjects himself into the conversation and is asking all kinds of questions, trying to actually get to know me. And he's crossing that parent-teacher line. It's becoming a little bit more intimate. And all of a sudden he's asking if he can buy me a drink. And, I say, no, I don't want a drink. I don't want to have that kind of a relationship with him.
Which means he's not cute enough, right?
Well, I mean, he's decent looking, but I don't want to date the father of one of my students.
Have you ever done that before?
No, I have not. Okay. I have a coworker who did, and she's no longer a teacher because of it.
Oh.
So I just distanced myself,
Okay. So he was just giving you the hard press, huh? Wanted to buy you drinks and stuff?
Yes. And, I clearly said, no, that's okay. I've got my own money. I can get my own drinks. And then he ends up ordering shots for all of us.
Whoa, okay.
Trying to get the teacher hammered.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like he was trying to get me drunk. I don't know. It just, I had that feeling, and I just didn't want to, no, I didn't want that.
So did you explain your boundaries to him?
Well, I was trying. He just was not listening. I wanted to be nice because he is the father of one of my students, and I didn't want to cause a rift. Yeah. But he actually asked if me and him could actually go somewhere private and talk and get away from my friends.
Oh.
And he was like, just come on, let's just sit at the table and just get to know each other. And I was trying to be nice. So I said, okay, we'll sit for a few minutes, but then I have to leave. And I just kind of made a signal to my friends, kind of save me, rescue me. But they were laughing. They were laughing at me.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. They probably thought it was hilarious.
I bet it was.
I would have done the same thing if I was your friend.
Well, I really had no choice. So I sat down and talked to him, and he's asking all kinds of questions. And, yeah.
It must be awkward when you go to class and have to teach his son now. Just yeah.
Yeah, it is very, very awkward. But that's not the end of it. I finally escaped, essentially. I felt like I was having to escape. And then he offered to take me home. And I was like, no, I've got to ride with my friends. And he's like, well, hey, why don't we just buy some shots and then head on over to my place and just, keep the party going.
Wow, he was trying to get it in.
Just like, no. And so I get out of that, and a couple days later, he starts texting me.
Whoa.
Here's the creepy part. My cell phone is not public knowledge. I have a school line that they can call, but my cell phone is not public.
So wait, did you give him your number?
No, I did not.
Do you think one of your friends gave him your number, trying to mess with you?
I don't know, but he somehow got my number, and he's texting. Okay, that was great the other night. Why don't we continue on? Let's go on another date. I've got some ideas, and I'm just like, I can't do that.
Are you responding to him?
No, I don't know what to say to him. That's exactly why I'm calling you guys. Is because I don't know what to do. I mean, there's that fine line, and this is such a freaking awkward position. And he keeps asking me if we can go on another date. We've never even been on a first date.
Oh my God.
So he thinks he obviously thinks that your hangout when he saw you at the bar and tried to get you drunk and take you home was a date.
Yes. He thought that was a date, and it was not an actual date. He did not ask me out. I did not say yes. I actually was telling him no the whole night, and I don't know why no means yes to him, but that's what he's hearing. And I don't know, he's delusional.
And why haven't you just texted him and said stop?
Because I just don't want to talk to him. I don't want to engage with him. I just don't want to continue the conversation. I need you guys.
So you want us to call him and tell him that you guys never went on a first date to begin with, and no, there will not be a second date or any other dates in the future.
Are you guys able to do that?
Absolutely. We can do that.
We're good at that.
We'll play a song, come back, and then call this guy and tell him why you're not calling him back. It's way different than any second date update we've ever done, but we'll do it right after this.
Thank you.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'm actually excited to call this guy for the second date update today.
Really?
Because I always wonder what goes through dudes' heads when they won't leave a girl alone, when they obviously don't want to go out with them again. Yeah. And I'm wondering what is going through this guy's mind. If you're unaware with what's going on, Steph called us for a second date update. Only problem is, it's not a traditional second date update because she never actually went out on a date with the guy that she wants to call. And she was out at a bar one night. Guy came up to her and said, "Hey, you're my son's teacher." And then started buying her a bunch of drinks and trying to get her drunk, even suggested going back to his place. She said no. And then somehow he got her phone number and has been texting her nonstop to go out on, quote, another date. So he thought that was a date, and now he's trying to get a second date, and she wants us to call him and say, go away. I think what I'd like to do, unless you're against it, I want to do this like we do a traditional second date update. All right, I'm not going to call the guy and tell him to go away right away. I'll be like, you went on a date with Steph, so that we can hear him actually break down the date that he thinks you went on before we tell him to get lost. Can we do that?
Whatever works. I mean, as long as you can just get the creep to back off.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to make the call right now.
Hello?
Hi, is this Chris?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? I've been looking for you.
Why? Who's this?
Oh, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Okay. You guys are calling me from the radio station?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to call you about a date you recently went on.
What?
I heard that you recently went out on a date with one of your son's teachers.
Yeah. How did you hear about that?
Oh, because Steph, the woman who you went out on a date with, actually emailed us and asked us to call you.
I mean, that's weird. She would email you guys. Okay.
Yeah, well, she wanted us to find out why you guys haven't had a second date yet.
You serious?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked to her a little bit about the first time you guys hung out, and she told us about your date, and she's wondering why you guys haven't gone out again.
I mean, why didn't she just call me? I don't understand.
I don't know. Some maybe nerves or something like that. She wanted us to do it. I'm not really sure. Did you like going on a date with her?
Yeah, I mean, she's nice. She hasn't really been in touch with me, so I kind of wanted, things kind of just fizzled out, so I wanted to.
Oh, weird. She didn't tell us that. She just told us that she went on a date with you and wanted us to get you on the phone.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I like I said, she hadn't got back to me, so I thought she just wasn't interested in me,
Yeah, maybe she wanted to do it this way. So anyway, tell us about that date with her.
Yeah, we went to a bar and, just hanging out, had a couple of drinks and, I thought we were having
You guys actually went to a bar together?
Yeah, I mean, we were at the bar together, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Bar's always a good place for a first date.
Yeah, I think so. Nice, lively, people having fun, dancing, drinking, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
But Chris, what made you think that you guys had a connection?
Well, we were having drinks and we were talking and,
So you guys hung out and talked, and she said that at the end of the night you did ask her to go back to your place.
Yeah, I kind of felt that party could have kept going, so I just invited her back to my place, and that's when she kind of lost interest, or I don't know, it just seemed weird at that point.
That's interesting because you feel like she likes you.
Yeah, I thought everything was fine till that point. I don't know, maybe she was just tired. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Let me ask you, what were you hoping to get from all this? Just to like hook up with your son's teacher, or to actually like date her?
Well, the thing is, my son is in her class, and my plan was I kind of had a plan to get her a couple of drinks, be nice and kind of hang out because my son's having a little bit of trouble in her class. So I was hoping that maybe, if things went well between us, not only would I be able to hook up with her because she's attractive, but that my son would maybe, show him a little bit more, attention, help him get along a little better.
Wait a second.
Better grades.
Are you saying that you wanted to go out with her to help your son do better in school?
I mean, yeah, but also, she's attractive. If she wasn't attractive, I wouldn't have done it. But
yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
Hey, Chris, I do have another question for you too. Like at the end of the night, when you got her phone number from her, were you excited about that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting because she told us she never gave you her phone number.
I mean, technically, she didn't.
Okay, so how did you get her number then?
I just came upon it. I just found it.
What?
Come on.
You just found her number.
You are so creepy right now. How did you get her number?
Well, at this point, I don't think it matters. I mean, she obviously wants to go out on a second date because she had you guys call. So.
You know what? I'd rather not comment on what you just said. I'm just going to let her do it because Steph is actually on the other line listening right now and would like to talk to you.
Well, wait, what?
Yeah. Steph, you there?
Hi, Chris.
Hi. What's going on?
Well, that's actually my question to you, Chris. What is going on?
I don't know what you mean.
First off, we were never on a date. Our paths crossed in a bar, and we just happened upon each other. That's life. That does not mean that we went on a first date. Even if we had a conversation and there were drinks in our hand, that does not mean that we were on a date.
Well, it's kind of weird you're saying this now. I mean, because, with everybody listening, because the other night you were flirting and everything was fine.
Okay, Chris, let me spell it out for you. I am your son's teacher. I am not a girl for you, okay? And second of all, I don't know how you got my phone number, but you better delete it, and you better not contact me ever again. There is a phone number at school that you can reach me and leave a voicemail if it pertains to your son. And third of all, do not use me as some kind of toy to get better grades for your son.
Yeah, your friends did tell me you play hard to get. This is kind of cool.
The friends?
Her friends told you that she'd play hard to get?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're the ones that gave me the number. They said she would, be like this.
Oh, my God.
All right, I think we finally figured out what happened. Chris, I think you were set up, man. I think both you guys were actually set up.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on here.
I think that Steph was not into you, and her friends knew that, so they gave you her phone number so that you would bug her. Steph, does that sound right?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, they did this whole thing to set it up so we can actually get together. I got it.
No, Chris. Just ignore everything that my friend said, okay?
I can do that. I think we actually need to discuss it over like a beer or something.
Oh, my God.
Not getting it.
Oh, my gosh.
I am not interested. I'm not interested, okay?
Okay, wow. So what about my kid, though? How's that?
Wait, are you still trying to get better grades for your kid? Chris, I think you've lost this whole battle, man.
Dude.
All right?
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I just, I heard she favors other kids. I just want her to favor my kid the same.
Excuse me? I don't know where you heard that, but I treat every one of my students with respect and dignity, and I treat them all the same. They just learn differently. That is not called favor.
Yeah.
That is called being a teacher.
But Steph, aren't you glad that you finally have an involved parent, though?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Teachers always want that. I guess not in this case. I always have to ask this question on a second date. Maybe I'll ask it a little differently for this one. Chris, would you like to not go out on a date with Steph? We will not pay for it. And Steph, would you like to not go on a date with Chris? We will not pay for it.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm going to have to say no to the first question and yeah to the second question, but I'm still not sure what it really means.
All right, well, I just think it means that you guys aren't going to go out on a date. So will you stop texting Steph, Chris?
I guess I can stop texting her. I don't really understand what happened.
I know.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Somebody texted in at 78592 and all it says is, take a hint. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about the second date update. Steph called us. She's a teacher. She really wanted to do the second date update to tell this guy to stop bugging her.
Yeah.
Less of a, hey, I want to see him again, more of a tell him to go away. Because they hung out at a bar. She actually teaches his kid. And they hung out because he was at the same bar, and then he said that they went on a date together and would not stop calling her. Found out that's because her friends told him, oh, yeah, she's really into you, and gave him her phone number.
I bet they didn't even realize it was going to be that bad.
No.
Well, it was great because they go, no, she'll play hard to get. Like,
Yeah.
don't give up.
Don't give up no matter
That's the
what.
best part of the whole thing.
And we tried and tried to tell him she wasn't interested. He finally got it at the end, like, oh. And then he just wanted to date her so his kid could get a better grade.
Yeah.
Everyone's texted in right now. I can see why the kid's not doing so well in class. Like father, like son.
Yep.
A little slow.
Remember, if you want a second date update, just email the show. We'll call the person who didn't call you back. If you're just joining us for today's second date, Brittany is on the phone, and today she wants to call a guy named Colin, and their night had everything that you need for a perfectly romantic evening. They had dinner that went amazing, lots of laughter and fun, and then they went back to her place, started watching a movie, and of course, no romantic evening would be complete without the soothing sounds of your parents making love in the bedroom above you.
God, it's so gross.
Hey, Brittany.
Yeah.
Does that jog your memory a little bit?
Yes.
Oh, Brittany, I am so sorry.
If that was confusing to you, Brittany lives at her parents' house. She has like the whole downstairs to herself, I guess. But she did take her date back there, and they ended up hanging out for a while. But at a certain point, her parents didn't know she was home, and they started doing what parents do when the kids aren't around. And now the dude's not calling her back, and she suspects that's the reason.
I do have two questions, just because I forgot to ask, because I was so mortified by what happened to you. Once you started hearing your parents doing it while you guys were making out, how long did it take for him to leave?
You're making me think about this again. I don't want to relive it.
I just want to know how scared he was.
When it registered what was happening and the horror in my face, he left, not ran out the door, but, he gave his polite goodbyes and got out.
I don't know if you want to call this guy back. I mean, it sounds like he's not there to protect you, man. It's like the whole building was burning down and he left you for good.
To be fair to him, this is my fault. It wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have left my phone at home. The plan was to go out.
Okay.
Well, no, it still would have happened. You just wouldn't have known about it. Trust me.
No.
All right. I'm dialing his phone number right now, and we'll see if we can get an answer for you. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Colin?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. What can I help you with?
Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners named Brittany asked us to get you on the phone.
Brittany?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because she told us about your date, and now you're not setting up plans for another date, so she wants to know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of creepy.
True. But it's a segment we do on our show all the time. It's called The Second Date. And Brittany told us about your date, and it sounds awkward at the end of it, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Emphasis on sounds.
Personally, for me, it sounds awesome, but I could see how it could be awkward for a lot of people.
Oh, my God. Colin, he is a disturbed man. Don't listen to him.
So she did tell you a bit what happened.
Oh.
Yeah, she told us that you guys went to dinner and then went back to her place, and then you got to hear the rare sounds of parents doing that naughty thing that parents do.
You're making it sound like a National Geographic episode.
What do I hear off in the distance? Is that your father, Bert?
Oh, my God, the mating rituals.
So, yeah, that's why she thinks you're not calling her back.
I mean, kind of. I don't
Dude,
I don't know what to say.
we don't blame you. Yeah. I told her I wouldn't call her back either if I heard that. That has got to scar a person for a while.
Yeah, no, it was probably the most uncomfortable thing that has ever happened to me.
Was it uncomfortable because she kept talking and you wanted to hear more? You're like, shush, I'm listening.
No. Oh, God. I mean, everything stopped on my end pretty quickly, you know.
Oh my God! I just imagine you both like trying to turn the TV up and it's still not helping.
It's never
like, is
enough
there
volume.
anything that can cover the sound that's coming from the parents' bedroom above us?
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So that's
He's got like PTSD. Did you hear that?
Why not go out with her again, though? I mean, it's not her fault that her parents can't keep themselves under control. I mean, they're probably like 50 or 60. I mean, at this point, they should never be doing that again, you know? But it's not her fault.
Oh, you sure it's not her fault?
How would it be her fault, man?
I don't know. As soon as it started happening, she started acting real weird.
Like
real weird how?
I don't know. She had this like look on her face, and I don't even know how to explain it. It was like she didn't seem surprised at all that it was happening.
What?
She was probably just mortified.
That's not what I would look like if I were mortified.
So you think that she was enjoying hearing that?
Don't say that.
Maybe a little bit.
Whoa!
Dude, that is a heavy accusation.
Oh my God!
How would she ever be enjoying something like that?
I don't know. She was looking at me, and she was just like, "You want to get back at them?" And
what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you respond to that. She said that to me, and I don't know what a normal person says in that moment.
She had to have been joking. It had to have been a bad joke at a bad time, trying to make light of a really awful situation.
That's what I was thinking, but she doubled down, and then she kissed me hard right on the mouth.
And you left?
Like,
That is so gross. Who can still kiss at a time like that? Who can hear their parents doing it and still kiss anyone?
no, the whole family was in on it. I don't know. I didn't, you know.
Dude, and that's what I'm saying. All kinds of opportunities there that I think you missed, Colin.
No.
Well, Colin, thank you for sharing. I will also tell you that we do have another surprise for you because Brittany is actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
No.
Yeah, and her whole family is too.
What?
They're all there.
That part isn't true.
They are not. Hi, Colin.
Oh, hi.
I wish you would have talked to me before I called our radio station to try and get you on a date, but I wish you would have talked to me about how you perceived that situation.
How we all just perceived it. Yeah.
I don't. What else would I think? Like, I'm not going to sit there and
we had a
ask
good date,
you.
right? Like, we had a really good date. Is there any other part of the date that would have made you think I was a crazy person?
No, but like, why would a crazy person like say hi? I'm crazy, and I do things with my parents. Like, that's messed up.
That's gross, first off. But Colin, listen
I
to
agree.
me. Like,
That's the
okay,
whole
you
thing.
you were talking about the joke I made. I was joking. Like, I thought you got on the date that I really enjoy just saying jokes, and I was trying to break the tension. And like, I get that it was not a good joke.
Not the way to do it.
Like, that's why I repeated it, because I was like, oh, he doesn't get that I'm joking. I'll do it. Like, I'll make it more obvious. Like, oh my God. Like, you weren't. I was like, he's not. Like, surely he'll get that.
But Brittany, you kissed him.
I get it was maybe not my finest moment, but I was panicked. I was trying to diffuse the situation and not make you feel like the horror I was feeling during this.
It's still happening upstairs, though. Like, there's nothing to do but leave. We could have left. You could have done anything. That's not how you handle that situation.
I can't say I'm practiced in the art of that situation. Like, I'm sorry. I handled it. What?
You leave. You get out of the situation. That's what normal people do. And now I know how your parents sound during sex. I know what your mom sounds like during sex. I can't meet them ever now.
Yeah, right.
Or you can. You just got to do the sound when you meet her, like.
So gross.
Man.
It is a good question, Brittany. Why didn't you leave?
It all happened so quickly. And I was like, oh my God. In my head, I was like, if I leave, like, my parents are going to know that I'm downstairs.
No.
It's like we were to hook up. Like, at least the noise from that would, like, drown out my parents.
Wait,
so you were serious?
She was serious. Brittany, you just admitted it.
No.
I'm just saying, like, that was the benefit if we did that, but I'm joking. Like, I'm a joker. You can't take me seriously.
Yeah, you're the Joker. You're like from Batman. You're insane.
That's crazy. Give me another chance, Colin. Just one more date for me to prove, I'm not crazy. I like to laugh and tell jokes. I am not the person you think in your head.
Brittany, you're literally having to prove that your parents getting it on doesn't do something for you.
Who do you know anyone that does something for them?
Well, I didn't until you were on the phone with us, and now I'm not sure.
They're there. They're on the internet somewhere. They're on the dark web, and you can find them there, Brittany, if that really is what you're into. But let's talk to Colin real quick and see if Colin wants to go out with you. Colin, will you go out with Brittany one more time? We'll pay for it.
Well, knowing what her family sounds like and these weird jokes that apparently she likes to make all the time, I'm going to have to go with no.
Oh.
It's just disappointing, Colin. I had so much more planned for our next date.
Yeah, Colin, her family reunion's coming up. You never know what can go down.
That is gross. No, thank you.
A listener named Brittany is on the phone with us, and she sent us an email for a second date. And I'm excited to talk to her because her date ended with them going back to her place. And yes, there was a little hooking up involved.
Okay. Are you just excited to hear the details and live vicariously, or what's going on, man?
Well, she shared some of the details in her email, and I think you guys are going to love it.
Okay.
Awesome.
So let's talk to her right now. Brittany, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Good.
Good.
Brittany.
How are you?
Doing okay. Just confused, waiting for a phone call.
Okay.
Before we get into how your evening went, tell us about the guy that you want to call. What's his name?
His name's Colin.
Oh, even how you say it, you're longing for Colin.
Yeah. He's so yummy.
Oh, that is a good description.
Like on the eyes, or
Everything.
did you murder him and eat him?
Oh my God, you're so dark, Jubal.
Well, that would be the reason he's not calling back, Brittany, if you did that.
Well, I did not harm him, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
There's something wrong with you.
Yes, there is.
Well,
Wait, and how did you meet Yummy Colin? I forget. Did you tell us already? I'm sorry.
No, we met on the dating app.
Okay. And what was exciting about him?
He was just like really flirtatious when we were like talking on the app, and suggested like, hey, you want to get together?
Okay.
So we decided to meet up and then, go get drinks after dinner if it went well.
And what was different about this date than like other dates you've been on?
I mean, like, when it's a good date, if the conversation flows, like he had a lot of witty banter. He was laughing at a lot of my jokes, and it was just like really natural. It was really easy.
I love easy dates. Love it.
Not like that, bro.
So why do you think he's not calling you back then? What happened?
Well, there's one thing that happened. Before we decided to go to the bar to grab a drink after dinner, I realized I left my phone at my place. So just like not knowing him very well, I was like, would you mind if we grabbed my phone on the way out to the bar? So we did. We went back to my place. So I should tell you guys, I do live with my parents. And I told him this like as we were pulling up to my parents' house.
Yeah.
It's temporary. I told him, he laughed it off. Like, he was totally cool about it. And, you know, I have the whole bottom floor to the place. Like, there's a separate entrance to get in and out.
Right.
So we got to my house, and I found my phone. We started, like, kind of hanging out there. We ended up watching a movie and got cozy on the couch, made out a little bit.
So you guys didn't even make it to drinks?
No, we didn't make it to drinks. Like I said, like everything was just going really well, and it was easy. Not in that sense. It was easy, but...
Not Jubal's easy.
Was the phone just your excuse to bring him back to your place?
No,
that's
wasn't the plan at all.
Sounds like an excuse. If I was that dude, I'd been like, yeah, we can absolutely go, quote, grab your phone, end quote.
And I get that, and you know, I'm okay. It wasn't the plan, but this awkward part did happen where we were making out a little bit, and we could hear noises above my room. You know, like noises. Getting together.
Shut up.
Please don't make me say it.
No way.
Wait, I don't understand what you mean. Like board games? Or?
Oh my God.
No, don't make me say it. It's already weird enough.
Wait,
doing it?
so you were making out with a date and listening to your parents get it on upstairs?
Oh God, yeah, like we can keep it vague. It's so weird. Like I cannot believe it happened. I was so embarrassed.
Talk about setting the mood.
Well, I mean, I agree, but like I was just so embarrassed. And I thought it was like, oh, okay, maybe we'll like stop, right? And it didn't. It like it didn't stop. But then I don't know. Shortly after, he was like, "Oh, I have to go. Like, let's get together again soon." And I have to go. And I totally understood why he wanted to leave. Like, I didn't want to be there either.
But unfortunately, you had to go back in your house and lay down on your bed and just listen to them having the best time.
Oh no! They make sound like noise canceling headphones. But yeah, like now I can't get him to agree to another date.
Oh my God, that is so awkward. I don't know if I would want to go out another date.
I mean, my parents are at least good role models.
Oh, what?
Good role model.
Say that.
Hey, I heard what your parents are doing. Did you learn a thing or two from mommy and daddy?
No, I just mean a good relationship.
Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds like they have a great relationship.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and we'll find out if your parents doing it did your date in.
So bad.
I just don't want it to screw up in the next one.
That's right. Your parents screwing could have screwed your date up.
Okay.